Good morning, LinkedIn. Tim Lockie here. This is not an accident. I actually do mean to be doing another LinkedIn Live. I am loving LinkedIn Live. It is so fun. Partly, I just love the Restream software. Sorry, Tasha Van Black. I didn't go StreamYard and I'm loving it. We should do a streaming showdown sometime. That would be really fun. Okay. I'm not going to do this show all the time or anything like that. So this is not the launch of anything. I just realized I see so many cool things come across my LinkedIn feed that I want to share. And I'm going to share it this way by giving you some links and talking about some of the people I'm following recently. I met with 21 people last week that just were interested in human stack, nonprofit stuff. Um, what's that thing I do? Technology. I don't know, can't remember. And I realized I am so fortunate to have all of these inputs from different people from different walks of life doing different things. So I'm going to share some of those with you. I hope that you find them interesting. And first off, a couple of really interesting posts out there this morning. So Neon One, Tim Sarantonio threw this idea out about the donor portal. And donor portals are really tricky. I remember when I first started looking into donation software back in 2009, looking at all of this and realizing, oh, what if donors could just log in and take care of their donations and stuff like that? Well, it's actually fairly complicated. And I think that it's really, I think it's really interesting that Tim Sarantonio is taking this on and saying, hey, we should be thinking about this a particular way. And he's got a good thread going. He pulled my interest into it. And so check it out if you've got any interest in donor portals. Peer-to-peer fundraising is actually the example that he gives that connected for me. So that's out there. Check it out. I think it's very interesting. Next up, there is a nonprofit influencer pilot with Nexus Marketing that Rafi Norberg's putting out that I think is really interesting. So if you're looking at, if you're a thought leader, you're in the space, you do this kind of work, you should definitely reach out about this. And then on the other side, if you're looking for influencer marketing as part of your strategy, I think I would get in early conversations with Rafi as well about that. So that's also going on this morning. Okay. I wanted to introduce you to 3 people that you might not be following on LinkedIn. And if you aren't following them, you should start. They're really interesting posts. They post really interesting things and they're really fascinating people. So Kirk Schmidt. I met Kirk for about 5 minutes in New Orleans. And then recently, what was it? Oh, last week, he put a post about when he was in high school back in the mid-90s, early internet days. He got the assignment in English class to go and to interpret a poem and tell the teacher what the author was trying to convey, right? Usual writing stuff. Anyway, being neurodivergent and trying to get to the shortest path between assignment and outcome, he went online, found the poet who was a professor, called him up at dinner time, and asked him, what meaning were you trying to convey? Had a good conversation with this guy. Anyway, put this on. He posted this last week. I just thought that was so interesting. So I grabbed a little bit of time with him to get to know him better. Really fascinating person and post. So he thinks about data in a way that I find interesting. You can check out today. He's got a great post up about how he noticed a pattern that was something to 31st power, and knew that there was a problem in the code before other people did. So that's the kind of content you're going to find from him: personal and data driven and interesting. So if you're not following Kirk, definitely give him a follow. Next up is Sarah Ali. I met Sarah last week. I met her a couple of weeks ago, just talking about the uncanny valley that happens between technology and humans. Found it really interesting. And so last week, I got to connect with her for the first time, sit down, had virtual coffee, and really was excited about what she's up to, what she thinks about. She is a consultant that works in the digital space. So if you're looking for a consultant or a great, interesting conversation, feel free to grab coffee with Sarah, but for sure, follow her on LinkedIn. Next up is Matt Henry. Matt Henry is the founder, owner of Ascendably. Matt's one of our Human Stack certified partners in the Powered by the Human Stack program. Matt has been really interesting in that he comes every week to partner office hours where he and me, Giancarlo, and others really work out what does it look like to put digital methodology or digital guidance in place. What does that look like? How does that work for a business owner? I'm really excited to see Matt at the up and coming Impact Partner Summit in a couple of weeks in Chicago. What I really love about Matt's work is that he focuses more on case management than fundraising. And I've learned so much about case management just talking with him and seeing how a lot of the principles apply as well. So if you're not following Matt, definitely give him a follow. And if you're interested in Powered by the Human Stack program and partnering, please let us know. And what is happening this week? Last thing here is Radical Impact happening this week by Community Boost. Would love to see you there. It is free. I'll be speaking on Wednesday. I can't remember what time, and I was counting on this little thing to help me out, but it's way too small, so I can't. I think it's 2 Mountain, Wednesday afternoon, I'm going to be talking about leaders, drivers, the relationship, and how we create connection and work on the human stack. Of course, my thing. So would love to see you there. The rest of that conference is absolutely incredible. What's going on with it? So I would highly recommend going to that. Seth Godin is speaking there. We've got We Are for Good. Voulet is going to be there. Just a really great lineup. So yeah, hope to see you there. All right, signups. So if you are interested in following my work, you can sign up and subscribe right here on our website. I am not a frequent blogger, but I do love putting out content. And I feel like I've been percolating on things. So I think I'm ready to put a few blogs out. So would love to have you follow along. I'll also be updating you on what's going on with Human Stack, what cohorts are coming up, where I'm going to be traveling, all that good stuff. So feel free to follow if you want to. And then, of course, as always, I would love to have you follow me on LinkedIn. I really love what you can do on LinkedIn. I'm just right now exploring LinkedIn Live, obviously, but there's so much great stuff happening on LinkedIn. It is really the place to be. It's where the party's happening. So I would hope that you're following me. And I said that was the last thing, but it's not, because one thing I want to say is don't forget that you've got to the end of this week to sign up for Power Partners Formula with Mallory Erickson. This is the lowest price it'll ever be, and the doors are closing, I think, on the 24th. So hop in and sign up. If you need a conversation, please have one with Mallory. If you click on this link, you'll go to a webinar where she outlines all of the stuff that's happening there. I tried to talk her into naming one of her phases, the Thunderdome. She was not interested in that. So if you feel like you want to advocate for changing the name of that phase to Thunderdome, please feel free to put that comment in as well. And that's it. Good morning. It is great to be around on LinkedIn, and hope to see you around.